Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 48 of our BU 365-day challenge to do one thing every day that improves us in some way, shape, or form. Today's tool, I want to share a tool with you today that will help you to know how you feel and really understand how you feel, observe how you feel. And that is a mood journal. Now, a mood journal is just somewhere that you write down how you're feeling and then what you think about it, or just keep track, just like a food log or a food journal. I've had to do that several times in my life when I had health challenges and things, or when I was trying to lose weight or get in better shape. I remember part of what I documented in that journal, not only was it what I was consuming, but how was I feeling about the activity I was doing and the diet I was on, or the medical regimen that I was following. Part of it was, am I up, am I down, am I depressed, am I, how much pain am I in, the pain scale, if you've ever had any pain and gone to the doctor, if you've broken your arm or leg or have chronic pain or have other challenges or migraines or health issues, you probably have gone to the doctor and seen this pain scale with all the little smiley and cringy pain-invoked faces. I don't know who came up with that. I guess it's when you're in a traumatic situation, it's easier to point to a picture than it is to say, hey, I'm through the roof in terms of pain. It's a way of more concretely measuring a subjective thing, right? We want to make it more objective whenever we possibly can to measure it. So my challenge to you today, and our challenge today, is to create your own way of documenting how and observe how you're feeling. We want to observe and pay attention to how we're feeling throughout the day. How do you feel when you first wake up in the morning? What emotions are you feeling when you first wake up? A lot of people wake up and they're just still exhausted. Do you have a way to wake up and make you feel better, to start your day in a positive way? But we want to pay attention to how are we feeling in the morning? How are we feeling in the afternoon? How are we feeling in the evening? How are we feeling when we go to bed, when we retire at night? Now, I did a little research yesterday, and you can actually order mood journals on Amazon.com, which means you can find them in any bookstore. You can find them all over. They're usually associated with mental health or things, but all of us need good mental health, right? Our mental well-being is just as important as our emotional and spiritual and physical well-being, and it's all connected. So you can go on Amazon, you can order a mood journal, or you can be like me and you just grab any book or any journal that feels good to you, or you can use a scrap of paper, anything, as you go throughout your day. I always have gazillion tabs of Post-it notes around me, so if I don't happen to have an official mood journal, which I don't keep a specifically separate mood journal anymore, I'm going to commit to doing it for the next week, because I'm going to challenge you to do it for the next week, or 2 days. If you've never done it before, just observe your emotions and commit to yourself that you're not just going to do it today, but you do it today and tomorrow. And then after you do it today and tomorrow, you can revisit and say, okay, did I learn anything from this? Did this add any value to me? Do I want to continue doing it for the week that Sharon originally challenged us to do? So I'm going to start my own mood journal in this little Dream Big book, because it just happens to be one that I got at, let's see, where did I get this? I got it on my trip last year to Texas. And I believe I got it at, the store is not on here. It is, of course, made in China. Most things are still. But this, I think I got it at, it was a store in Comfort, Texas. I was down visiting my mom. I remember that, but I don't remember if it was a Big Lot store or what it was. But it was some store, and it was $5.99. So for $5.99, you can have your own journal, and you can create whatever you want and put whatever you want in it. Maybe, and what I like about doing my own is as I change and think of different things and add and subtract things, if I find I'm looking at something and it's adding no value to me, I'm going to stop measuring that. I'm going to stop observing it. I'm going to stop tracking it. But then other things will pop up and I'll be like, okay, maybe I need to pay attention today to all the times I feel frustrated, or all the times I feel irritated, or all the times I feel upset. And then maybe I take care of that for me. I redefine it. I use some of the tools we've talked about this month already, and we will for the rest of the month. And I pretty much make that a non-issue in my life, and it's not popping up every day anymore. So then I will substitute the next emotion, positive or negative, that I want to work on. Negatives I want to really get rid of. Positive I want to get more of. Tomorrow we're going to talk about the importance of, and it's another tool, another trick. It's something I do every day, but I almost never talk about it, because I feel like it's one of my, it's kind of like all the journaling and all the self-discovery. It's sort of like your secret weapon. The more you understand yourself, the the better you show up in the world, the better you show up in the world, the better example you are for the rest of the world and for other people. And we're going to talk about something I do every day tomorrow, but I don't want to give it away today. So that today we're going to look at observing our emotions, and we're going to find a way to write them down. Because if we don't write them down, guess what? 5 minutes from now, I'm not going to remember how I feel. If I didn't quick note how I felt when I first woke up in the morning, I would never remember by this time of morning, much less tonight when I want to write in my journal. So I actually am one of those weird people that pretty much always has a book or a journal with me, whether it's in my purse, my briefcase, whatever, wherever I go, whenever I go, there's like a pen and something to write in by me at all times. Now, it might mean that sometimes I document moods and experiences in my other journals, not in my specific, and that's part of why I don't have a specifically separate mood journal. But for the purposes of this exercise and this challenge, I'm going to create my own and start one. Now, some of the things I know that I'll put in mine, I'll keep it by my bedside, and as soon as I wake up in the morning, I'll document how I feel when I first wake up. Because I don't know about you, but I don't always wake up full of energy and excited to start my day. But I do have tricks to wake me up, because I know that, and I learned this from having chronic pain for so many years, I have to have ways to quickly wake myself up and get me moving in order to function in my life. You might not have those challenges, but all of us wake up sometimes on the wrong side of the bed and we need a little oomph. So the first thing I will do is I will have a morning mood note or comment. What's the first thing I think about? The first thing maybe it'll be my first thought of the day. As soon as I wake up, what's the first thought I have? That would be a good thing to document. And I guarantee it'll be different every single day. Sometimes it's about something I experienced or thought about yesterday. Sometimes it's about a dream that I had. Sometimes I think I'm not sleeping, because I'll set my alarm for one time, and then I plug in my hot rollers, because I'm one of those 80s girls that still use hot rollers, and then I'll get up an hour later, which you don't need an hour to heat up your curlers, but I like to, listen to a meditation in the morning and then get up. Well, sometimes I think I don't fall back asleep for that hour, but this morning, for example, I was having the weirdest dream, so I know darn well I fell asleep again, because we don't dream when we're awake. So I would capture that mood, that feeling that I had first thing in the morning. Then around, probably if big things happen during the day, if I had a great coaching call, I might document something about that and how I felt about that and what mood it left me in, or how I feel before I go into a coaching call, during, and then how I feel after that. I could just have my mood journal sitting by me and just make a couple notes, one word or two of what's going on, and then I can fill it in after I'm done with that coaching call. If I'm spending time with people I love and care about, how do I feel when I'm holding my granddaughter? Oh my God, awesome, right? Nothing better in the whole wide world, except for when she's almost breaking my arm because she's getting so strong and trying to get away. We call it escape. She likes to escape. Then I would keep track of, how do I feel when I'm going through my daily routines? How do I feel about my morning routine? How do I feel about my evening routine? How do I feel about my gratitude journal? How do I feel about the other things that I'm doing? And do I feel like they're as effective as they were when I first started doing them? Now I tweak things all the time, so whenever I feel like something isn't working, I just change it up a little bit. So whatever you want, if you need some ideas of what to put in your mood journal, go ahead and go on Amazon or go online and put, just Google mood journal, and you'll get all kinds of examples of what other people have. You can put cute graphics, you can save things, whatever works for you and feels good for you, because our overarching objective is to do things always that make us feel good and make us feel better and better and better and better. That's a form of continuous improvement. Any questions? Hit me up. Otherwise, our assignment today, start your own mood journal. Even if it's just a scrap of paper that you write notes on today throughout your day, that is what we need to do. Share in the comments below whether you've done it or not, or you're going to do it. All you have to do is grab a piece of paper, write mood on it, and then you've begun it. All I'm asking you to do is start. You don't have to finish it. Heck, you might decide that you like keeping a mood journal. I might decide I like having a separate mood journal, because I can work on one emotion at a time, those that I want to improve and those I want to get rid of. And I might continue to keep a separate mood journal for a while and just see how that works for me. Or maybe I'll create one and share it with other people. All right, that's it. Have an awesome day. Any questions? Observe your emotions today. Why do we want to observe them? Because the first part in controlling and changing them is understanding them, watching them, what causes us to feel a certain way, and how can we create more of it if it's something we want to feel? How can we make sure we get rid of it or create less of it if it's something we don't want to feel? All right, I'll be with you tomorrow. Bye. Have an awesome day.